and were changed to an enclosed type to prevent dust from entering. A Vulcan gun and a multi-launcher were mounted on the left side of the chest. Its backpack was designed to mount various equipment, such as a weapon container for carrying various handheld weapons. The Gundam ground type was one of the early prototypes for the Earth Federation's mobile suit mass production plan, produced in limited numbers before the recovery of the RX-78-2 Gundam's combat data. As its name suggests, it was designed solely for ground combat, and all space use equipment, as well as the core block system, were omitted. This caused the Gundam ground type to be lighter, allowing it to rival the performance of the RX-78 while under gravity. In order to save time and cost, the RX-79G was constructed using surplus parts for the RX-78. Since the quality of these parts varied greatly, differences in performance became a problem, so a limiter was added in order to ensure stable performance. This limiter can be disengaged, activating a state known as max mode, greatly increasing performance. However, due to the heavy burden placed on the unit, this mode can only be activated for a limited time. The RX-79G had a single Vulcan gun mounted in its left chest. Equipping the Vulcan in the body, where there is more room, allows for a large increase in the number of bullets, but moving the Vulcan from the head, which can swivel up, down, left, and right, to the body, makes it difficult to aim, and reduces its ability to follow moving targets. In addition, there is a risk of ignition, due to the firearm being mounted right next to the cockpit, and the risk of it exploding when hit by a bullet. A portable cannon developed by Yashima Heavy Industries as a long-range, large-caliber physical projectile weapon for use in 1G environment. It has an alternate model number, NFHI GMCA Type .09. Its design is thought to have referenced the Zimad Corporation's Zim MT-KONE 175C Magella top cannon. It uses a 6-rounds box magazine that is inserted into the top and can fire different types of ammunitions. The most notable feature of this weapon is that it can be broken down into compact components for transport in the weapon container carried by the mobile suit. The standard armament for Federation's mobile suit ground forces during the one-year war that was developed by Yashima Heavy Industries. It has an alternate model number, NF.GMGTP37107. Equipped with a box magazine and folding stock, it has excellent rate of fire and is easy to wield. It utilized a smoothbore type barrel that lacked rifling and has to be replaced after firing 3,000 rounds. The weapon could utilize 3 different types of ammunitions: heat high explosive anti-tank, APFSDS armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot, and HESH high-explosive squash head, allowing combat units to select the appropriate type to meet operational needs. Every Gundam ground type and GM ground type carry 2 spare magazines on their side skirt armor. The beam saber is a small device held in the mobile suit's hands when operated, and is powered by a rechargeable energy capacitor. It emits a blade of plasma contained by an eye field and can cut through most armor not treated with anti-beam coating. The RX-79G has 2 beam sabers, one stored in the side of each lower leg. The change to leg-mounted saber racks is possible because space have been freed up due to the omission of attitude control thrusters and associated fuel tanks, which are not needed for a ground use unit. The change also serves as dust-proofing measure. It has a system that releases the limiter of each part of the RX-79G greatly increasing its performance. While it can generate enough power to slow the descent of the Apsaras, the load on the mobile suit is so great that there is a risk of total loss, so the activation time is limited. 1-9. In the manga, Mobile Suit Gundam, the 08th MS Team UCO 079 plus Alpha, Michelle, who had released his unit's limiter, bled and fainted from the intense G's caused by the automatic emergency evasion. The same manga also has Shiro partially releasing his unit's limiter to increase power without overloading the mobile suit. In July, UC 0079, the RX-78-1 prototype Gundam was rolled out and began trials as part of Operation V, the Federation's top-secret mobile suit development project. However, as the Principality of Zeon's occupied territory on Earth continued to expand, the Earth Federation forces felt that they could no longer wait for the data from the RX-78 series and began the RX-79 project, the development of a ground-use Gundam. The development of the Gundam ground type was led by the Earth Federation Ground Force, EFGF. 3 and 20 units were produced in total. 1. As the project progressed, the EFGF also began establishing mobile suit units. In July, the EFF's Far Eastern Front Army established the Honest Mechanized Composite Battalion, colloquially known as Kojima Battalion, after its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Kojima, to counter Zeon Earth Attack Forces, Central Asian Front Army. Since they were based in Southeast Asia, a fiercely contested area, 12 of the 20 units were assigned to the Honest, 04th, 06th, and 08th MS teams of the Kojima Battalion.